Hello, I'm Wes Simmons, Chief of Police at the Chino Police Department. We are sharing this critical incident community briefing to provide information about an officer-involved shooting that occurred on July 3rd, 2019. The briefing will include body-worn camera video footage and other relevant information to provide a better understanding of what occurred based on what we know at this time. Our special enforcement team was serving a search warrant at a house involved in a drug trafficking and cultivation investigation. The shooting occurred after an officer spotted a suspect hiding behind a door. The shooting is the subject of 3 separate and independent investigations. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department and the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office will determine if the shooting was lawful. The Sheriff's Department is also leading the criminal investigation into the alleged drug trafficking and cultivation. Our police department will determine if the shooting was within policy. The investigations involve interviewing witnesses, examining forensic evidence, reviewing video and audio evidence, and more. Due to their complexity, these investigations can take a substantial amount of time to complete. Our understanding of the incident may change as evidence is analyzed and reviewed. Conclusions will not be drawn about whether the officers acted within the law and our policies until all facts are known and the investigations are completed. We honor and respect the value of all human life. The use of force is a matter of critical concern, both to the public and our police department. We began using body-worn cameras in 2013 because they are worn at shoulder level and face the same direction at all times. They don't always record everything an officer sees or experiences. A word of caution, the images and language may be disturbing. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Nancy Franklin with the Chino Police Department's Professional Standards Unit. On July 3rd, our Special Enforcement team served a search warrant in the 6800 block of Rockrose Street at about 3:50 p.m. in response to complaints about potential drug cultivation and trafficking. These warrants are considered high risk because drug trafficking suspects are often armed and dangerous.
Initiate knocking out.
Chino Police Department, we have a search warrant. Come out with your hands up. This is Chino Police Department. Come out with your hands up or force may be used against you. We have a search warrant.
One more and then we'll brief you.
This is the Chino Police Department. Come out with your hands up or force may be used against you. We have a search warrant.
No response? All right, let's breach. Hit it, Ike, and then bounce out the way. Oh, there's a body, there's a body. Open it, Steve. Let me see your hands.
When they opened the door, officers encountered a 53-year-old woman. They moved her out of the entryway, handcuffed her, and asked if anybody else was inside the house.
Okay, let's do announcements, English, Spanish, use of force.
Attention inside the house of the Chino Police Department.
Does she speak English?
First one, come out with your hands up. Force will be used against you.
Who? Yeah, you do, because you just said no. How many people inside?
Is there anybody else inside the house?
Attention inside
You don't want to hurt
house.
anybody. Is anybody else inside the
This is
house?
Chino Police Department.
house?
We have a search warrant. Come out with your hands up.
Anybody in the
Force
house?
will be used against you.
How many people?
You understand. Don't play games. Who's inside? How many people?
Atención adentro de esta
Nobody.
casa. Es el departamento de
No more people?
Chino. Tenemos orden de cateo solamente.
No more people inside?
Fuerza será utilizada en su contra.
No. Yes? No?
She indicated nobody else was inside. Then they began a methodical, deliberate search for additional suspects.
I'm waiting to see.
Probably need 2 up high on that staircase.
Yeah, because it opens up both sides.
Okay, I'll take one more over here.
I'll be with you soon.
I got
I'm
upstairs
with you.
left.
We got an open door to the garage here. That left might be an opening, by the way, Tony.
You got kitchen to the left. You going low, Steve? I'm over the top to the left.
Small, Steve, real quick. You get a spot?
Chino Police Department, come out with your hands up.
Okay.
Chino Police Department, come out with your hands up.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead and work up to that landing to where you can get a spot.
There's a lot.
This wasn't cleared though.
Just have them.
They're just going to elevate to you.
Just have one.
Several officers had walked in front of the door by the time an officer spotted a suspect hiding behind it. The officer instructed the man to show his hands. That's when the officer-involved shooting occurred. Here is the body-worn camera footage of the encounter.
Okay. Let me see your hands, dude. Oh, shit!
Officers undergo significant training on how to provide aid. After the shooting, the officer called for help and immediately began rendering aid. Chino Valley Fire District paramedics rushed the man to a local hospital where he later died of his injuries. The man was identified as 49-year-old Li Xi Wang of Fontana. The home remained a crime scene for the next several hours as evidence was collected. The woman was arrested for cultivation of marijuana and grand theft. Investigators also determined the pair operated another marijuana grow house in Fontana. In all, detectives seized nearly 1,500 marijuana plants, $35,000 in cash, and evidence of grand theft in excess of $105,000. There were no weapons found in the house.
Following the shooting, I joined members of our command staff in contacting Mr. Wang's family to offer our condolences. It's tragic for all parties whenever there's an officer-involved shooting. For those involved and their families, for the officer, and for our police department. We will continue to cooperate fully with the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. After their investigation is completed, they will submit their findings to the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office for review. Our Professional Standards Bureau will conduct an internal investigation. The results will be made available to the public. Whenever there's a shooting or significant use of force, we also review all aspects of our response to look for ways to enhance our tactics, policies, and procedures. Officer-involved shootings in the city of Chino are rare. If you would like more information about our use of force policies and procedures, please visit our website to view our department policy manual. Thank you for viewing this critical incident community briefing.